What's up guys, it's the Hunter Project here. Welcome to my channel where you'll find monster hunter news, builds, playthroughs and everything in between. Today I'll be going over some armor pieces that I think are quite noteworthy in mixed set making, and be sure to let me know down below any armor pieces that I miss out, as of course these are pieces that I find useful specifically for my playstyle and just the way I like to do things. And of course the weapons I use definitely play a big role as well, and I'll point out the pieces that I use in every single set, as there are two that I can think of that I do have in every single mix set that I use, just because of the one skill that they collectively bring me. And getting right into the first one, so we have the Spear Waist. So you definitely probably heard a lot of people talk about this one. It is an extremely useful one, and surprisingly I didn't know about it until I think after beating the final boss of the game, which is a bit surprising, but I did actually have a talisman that gave me weakness exploit, so I wasn't too fussed on not having this specific waist. But it's an extremely good early waist on high rank, and even end game it's an extremely good mix set piece, as having the extra weakness exploit, of course, as you would know, attacks that hit the weak spots have a 30% increased affinity just from this one piece. And then if you do have an armor piece that I will show later on, you can get that straight up to 50%, which is extremely useful, and it's just very nice to have overall. So moving on to the next one, we have, this isn't as amazing, but it's definitely something to note. We have the Revenant Braces, and these are extremely useful if you're using something like the gun lance or the charge blade, as it just increases your explosive damage by 20%, and it also reduces wyvern fire cooldown by 30%. So extremely useful skill if you are looking to have like an explosive build, and definitely look into it. It's quite an easy one to make as well, as it is a small monster. Moving on to the next one, we have another small monster. If I quickly jump down to it, wherever it is, there we go. So we have the Rimobra Suit, or the chest plate you could just say. So basically what this will give you quick, easy access to, it's literally just the Rimobra and Puke to craft it. And of course you got a monster hardbone, but those should stack up as you naturally play the game. And this, as you can see, gives you critical boost level 1, which is insane. It's an extremely useful piece. 30% instantly gets you that 30% increase to critical hits, which obviously that kind of speaks for itself. And yeah, definitely recommend putting that into your set. And this is the first piece that I do have in, from the top of my head, I think every single mix set that I have does revolve around this and one more other piece. We'll get into that later on in the video, but it's an extremely useful piece and definitely recommend using it, as 30% and very easy 30% damage boost to critical hits is always welcome. And obviously if you pair that on top of weakness exploit as well, you'll be getting quite a nice damage boost. Moving on to the next piece, we have, I think I just went past it, the Kadachi Braces. So this is definitely a very useful one for bow users, I would say, as I do think stamina consumption is a bit weird in this game compared to Worlds, and of course you want to make sure that you're reducing your fixed stamina depletion rates are as low as possible. So when you are doing your power shot evades, where you quickly just get the bow to level up charge, this is definitely a skill that you do want to be using, and this is a very easy one armor piece that will just boost you straight to level 3, and it does come with one level 2 slot for decorations, so that's very useful. So I definitely recommend giving this a look if you are looking to make a build around something that consumes stamina, like dual blades or bow, as I mentioned before as well. And yeah, moving on to the next one, just below it we have the Anjanath set. So I do actually think every single armor piece, maybe except the legs, depends on what you're going for. The legs haven't really been proven too useful to me, at least from looking at them. All of them have very good skill sets. So the first one, Focus Slugger, it's not too bad. Focus level 2 Marathon Runner is okay. I say okay because the two skills it brings you are pretty decent, but it only gives you 2 level 1 slots. Same with the arms, it's decent, gives you Slugger level 2, attack boost level 2, which is insane. So this is definitely a very good one as well. If you are using hammer, like, this is probably definitely a go-to, assuming that you can't find one that is more helpful. But the one that got me the best was the Anjanath Waist or coil, which gives you attack boost level 2 with a level 2 slot for the decorations, and that basically means that you can just pretty much have a level 3 attack boost in just this waist. And I definitely use this in quite a few of my sets as well, just for the damage boost. I think I use this in correlation with the Rafaels Braces, which we'll get onto in a second, and just collectively they definitely do ramp up your attack boost. And I have terrible luck with talismans getting me attack boost, so this armor piece definitely comes in clutch, considering we don't have too many decoration slots in high rank armors, which is to be expected. Of course, I can't expect like the master rank level of worlds decoration slots. So yeah, definitely extremely useful piece. Last one's Marathon Runner. It's okay. Obviously, once again, it just depends on your playstyle. Depends on if you're looking for a leg piece that you're trying to fit into your armor, depending on what the intention is. So definitely give it a look. But main piece from here is the Anjanath Waist. Then moving on to the next one, like I said before, is the Rafaels Braces, and I couldn't find a lot of armor pieces that offered like decent arm pieces. So obviously you do have the artillery ones that I mentioned before, but that's still specific to an explosive build. This is what I use for quite a lot of my sets as well, in correlation of course with either the Anjanath Waist or the Spear Waist. And this just it's a very good overall attack boost piece, just like the Anjanath Waist. And definitely give it a look if you are looking to get attack boost into your armor, like in a relatively easy way. Like you could easily just pair this with the Anjanath Waist, put both of them to have attack decorations in them as well, and then you instantly get level 6 attack boost, which is extremely awesome. And obviously attack boost is definitely a very strong skill in this game, considering now we have percentage increases. But without me blabbering on too much, you guys get the gist. Very good armor piece, and I definitely recommend looking into it. And then we have the Xenoga Helmet, which goes hand in hand with the Spear Waist, which obviously gave us the weakness exploit level 2. And of course, if you have a weakness exploit talisman, same thing applies. This will just basically give you the extra weakness exploit level that you need. And you could obviously go for a different, you could go for the chest piece, which also gives you weakness exploit, but that overlaps with the Rimobra chest, which I use on every single set for that critical boost. So I would definitely recommend using Xenoga Helmet over that, assuming that you're using the Rimobra chest. If you don't know what chest plate you want to use, and you don't want to use the Rimobra, and you need weakness exploit, then of course go for it. You can just use the Xenoga chest. But personally, I think there's not a lot of amazing helmets in this game, so I feel like Xenoga definitely helps the most towards what my intentions are for my mixed sets. And then moving on to the next one, we have Mighty Bowfeather, which is quite not as well known, considering it is an arena piece. So the way to unlock this, just do the Regan quest in the arena when you talk to the Master Hunter. Do the arena quest for Regan and the Barrier, and assuming you get good scores on them, you should be able to do them in one go. If not, maybe like once or twice should do it, and you'll be able to get this extremely useful bow helmet. And I do think this is one of the few ways, if not the only way, to get bow charge plus, which is an extremely useful skill. It just increases the max bow charge level by 1, and it's very useful for when you're trying to hit as hard as possible, because of course the higher you charge your bow, the harder it's going to hit. And yeah, overall, just very good overall piece. It's not the best in terms of slots, as you can see, but it is very just basic, no resistances, so that's always nice, and it's got a decent starting defense. And then the next one, we have the Almodron Head, which gives us Rapid Morph level 2, which is extremely useful for you switch axe and charge blade users when you are switching between your two states. And it also increases the power for them as well, which is pretty nice. So when you are doing that morph attack, that just gives you that extra bit to do extra damage. It's not a lot, it's only 10% and 20%, and it's just that one attack when you're morphing. But regardless, it is always a welcome addition, considering you're getting the speed boost on top of it, which is what I think most people will go for if they are using this. And the best part about this, you get 2 level 2 slots for decorations, which is awesome. So you can easily slot in there 2 attack decorations, 2 power prolongers, whatever you want to fit the intentions of your build. And then finally, the last piece that I want to go over is probably the best piece in the game in my opinion, and that is the Regan Legs, which give you a whopping 2 levels of critical boost, which is insane. So of course, as we said on the Rimobra piece, you got 30% increase. Stack this on top of it, you jump straight up to 40%, or you could just use this alone and you get the 35% increase, which is extremely useful. And this is the second piece that I use on every single armor set or mixed set build that I make. And just in correlation with the Rimobra, like I said, the Rimobra chest piece with the Regan Legs, instant level 3 attack boost, as you can see here. Wait, if I just back out, that is the last piece, but I'll quickly back out, show you my armor pieces. So, as you can see here, got a critical boost level 3, which is all thanks to the Regan. And then we got weakness exploit level 3, which is thanks to, as you can see here, the Xenoga Waist. And then that's obviously in correlation with the Xenoga Helmet. And just all together, they work out very well together, and we get critical boost level 3, weakness exploit level 3, so I'm doing extremely high amounts of damage on the critical points, and then got attack boost just to boost that up even more, and just overall extremely fun armor pieces to work with. And I'm extremely excited to see what the DLC monsters are going to bring in and what skills we're going to get, and that's definitely going to switch this up, considering, well, assuming that they have some very good armor pieces similar to like the Regan piece, the Spear, and Rimobra. The Rimobra is not, I'd say it's not amazing, but it is fantastic for what it gives you, considering it's such an easy piece to get, and it gives you straight critical boost level 1. But yeah guys, overall, I think definitely look into these pieces when you're making your mix sets, as they do bring some pretty awesome skills that are very easy to obtain without obviously being lucky and getting a very good talisman. And that does bring us to the end of the video guys. If you did enjoy or find anything here useful, be sure to smash the like, subscribe buttons. It is extremely appreciated as we make our way to 1000 subscribers. And comment down below what your favourite armor pieces are for your mix sets, or even what your favourite monster set is if you're not a mix set player and you just like to make full armor sets of a specific monster. Don't forget to join our Discord, link is at the top of the description. Thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.